we are going to present you a brief overview on the topic of human motion modeling and simulation. The purpose of this seminar is first of all to present the research and application of human motion modeling and simulation for potential external visionary users, and therefore to make known what are the applications that other researchers can do in our infrastructure. Also to provide details about this related work and the relevant infrastructure on a specific topic, specifically for today for LMS, but this will be the template that we are going to follow throughout the year. And in addition, to provide material, public material, to the Visionary EMAP so that it is easily accessible by external users. Today's seminar will have this structure. First of all, some applications regarding the ergonomics and safety within virtual environments, the digital human simulation, and then the relevant infrastructure that we have here at LMS for such kind of topic, the human motion modeling, and some relevant LMS projects. So starting with the ergonomics and safety, you may see here in this slide an application regarding the ergonomic volumes for human-centered design of production systems. The purpose of such kind of application is to fully model a specific process, production process. In this case, we have the assembly of a component which is actually a bed inside of a truck, of an automotive truck, and we have modeled all the process of the production, and we have developed a specific software tool that tracks all the movements of the user throughout the process and then visualizes the results in this window, showing throughout the task in which cases the operator is moving from acceptable ergonomic postures to possibly injurious postures or to unacceptable working volumes. So this, for example, is one application of the ergonomic working volumes development that we have. On the same use case, we have also developed an invalid postures recognition tool, again for the human-centered design of production systems. This tool allows you, first of all, to define certain postures, allows the ergonomic designer to set specific postures that are considered invalid with certain, for example, joint values, and create a kind of a database of invalid postures. Furthermore, the tool can then identify certain invalid postures throughout the process simulation. So again, here we have this assembly of the bed at the truck, and the visualization output is these dots that represent certain invalid postures throughout the process, throughout the time. So for each dot, this yellow circle, we have an identified invalid posture with specific details at a certain point of time. This is another application for ergonomic evaluation of virtual assembly tasks. This has been done using real motion tracking data from users that are simulating the real assembly task, and the virtual environment is then evaluates each joint and certain parts of the body of the operator, and whether these parts or joints stay within certain limits that are considered acceptable or not. Again, a visualization of the output throughout the duration of the process is given. This is an application for virtual ergonomics in maintenance tasks. Again, the principle is the same. The difference here is that we use certain tracking sensors from the real environment in order to drive the motion of this mannequin for this certain maintenance task. And for example, we use only one sensor on the head and a couple of sensors at the hands of the operator, while all this process simulates the full body motion of the mannequin. This study here is about the modeling of human discomfort using neural networks. So the idea here is to try to have an experimental model that can provide results regarding certain discomfort units, let's say, metrics, and it takes into account some parameters, some anthropometrical parameters such as the age, the height or the weight of the operator, and some other biomechanical parameters. In general, the virtual reality and the human simulation in manufacturing allows us to model and simulate various tasks that are taking place in production and in the manufacturing, in the real manufacturing environments. It also gives us the ability to test and simulate various alternative designs, either of a product or a process, without the burden of having to build costly physical prototypes. And in addition, it can provide an experimental testbed where various anthropometric parameters can be used for many experiments without the need of defining a test group of people that cover all these real parameters. For example, you can have only one test user, and using the motions only of this user, you can simulate what will happen if this product or process is carried out or used by a much taller person, for example. Or you may have a male test subject and see what is the behavior for a female user. All these are materialized through adaptation algorithms that have been developed that are using artificial intelligence in order to adapt the motion based on these anthropometric parameters. As I discussed before, the real-time driving of a mannequin using the virtual reality peripherals is described in this figure. So we have the real user, the real human being that his motion or her motions are being tracked, and through certain magnetic motion sensors, the tracking data are traveled to a host computer, which then in the digital world calculates the motion trajectories using some pre-processing of this motion data in order to produce this mannequin animation data file from which the mannequin motion is produced. Furthermore, another technique for reconstructing the motion is by using multiple trackers in various positions on the user's body in order to have a direct translation of the motion data to the digital mannequin. Now this allows us to do this digital human motion analysis and modeling, and as I said before, we can also predict the motions by changing various anthropometric parameters. So for example, if we want to test the motion that a user is doing in order to open a car door, for example here this is a door handle, we have the real motion, and then using the analysis and modeling tools that we have developed, we can predict this motion for other anthropometric parameters. Furthermore, this kind of tools and applications allows us to do what is called human-centric product design and manufacturing using virtual environments. You can also use statistical analysis models in order to determine which of the factors are affecting the most the performance of a specific task. You may see here that there is a certain assembly task that the operator is carrying out, and the model, for example, using ANOM or ANOVA statistical analysis, can determine certain performance indicators and how these affect the overall performance of the task. Then again, we can do digital human motion adaptation, mainly using multi-criteria decision-making algorithms. So having what we call a template motion, a reference motion, we can use other anthropometric parameters, other body dimensions, or initial postures in order to generate various possible alternatives of the postures. And then using multi-criteria decision making, we can define which is the best rated posture for the certain task or process. And you may see also here the pink line represents the reference motion and the blue line represents the adapted motion. So using this is and the drive within to determine motion modeling. We are currently having displays, data gloves and magnetic trackers in order to provide the peripherals for simulating the task and Delmia V5 software.